thinking of growing your online presence, one of the first topics, of course, is a website. Now, the question is, should you pay someone to make a website for you? Now, when I hear that, what I really hear you asking is it worth paying someone to make a website for you? Because let's face it, anyone can make a website. There are a ton of tools out there. There are AI tools. You just follow a few steps and voila, your website is up and running. And of course, it's done much faster and it's very cheap. But the question here is not about budget. To understand and to analyze and to decide whether you need to pay someone, let's look at a few factors. The first aspect to consider is your stage of business. So if you have just launched your business or you've just been running it for a little while and you need a website with your brand name and your logo and your domain name that you can quickly put together and just set it up, then a DIY solution that you or your team member does is enough. You just take a simple website builder and you go ahead and you do it. However, if you have been in business for some time, then you need a website that reflects your brand identity, that is search engine friendly, that helps you scale, that helps you add, custom functionalities or special features, and that, truly reflects everything that you stand for. Then you need a person, a specialist, or a professional or an agency even, who can help you make those, that vision come to life. Create a website that truly upholds everything and your evolving brand. Which brings us to the second point, which is what are your website goals? What do you want to do with your website? If you just want to have it as a business card, that's fine. Because I have seen businesses who have been growing for a long time. They have plenty of customers, but they don't really need to get clients through their website. They don't need to be search engine friendly. They don't need to do a lot, and they have really happy websites. For them, that's fine. For me personally, I don't think it reflects their brand credibility if you don't have a good website, but it's fine. They don't really need it. They don't really plan to do anything with their website, but that's fine. But if you want to do something with your website, if you want to, have more leads coming in, if you want to get your website noticed on Google, if you want to be search engine friendly, or you want to use your website almost as their operational tool to have maybe e-commerce, your inventory, or even calendar bookings, CRMs, user portals, and any such complex feature, then maybe going for a professional who knows how to do all of that relatively quickly and efficiently is maybe worth considering. Which then brings us to the third point, which is resources. Now, as I said at the beginning, anyone can build a website, but a DIY website which you quickly slap on from Wix or WordPress or Squarespace or what have you, it's possible, but it might still take you time to understand how that thing works. So time is one consideration. You would have to learn. Even with drag and drop, there is a learning curve to every platform. So if you don't have the time to, invest in learning all of that, and you don't plan to do anything with that knowledge in the future, then it's just outsourced to someone, get it done, and that's it, right? Then it comes to money. Of course, if you're very limited in finances, then a DIY is the best option. Because hosting a website, setting up one is just maybe $100 a month, and it's not so much, right? But if you want to do more with your website, then, your costs add up after a point of time, because you may not know the best way to get those done at a good price. And secondly, if you have the budget, if you are a growing business, you have the budget and you think of your website as a brand building tool, credibility tool, lead generation tool, then it's worthwhile thinking of, spending that extra money to hire a professional. And the last one is skills. Now, you may be great at DIY projects. I am great at DIY so many things, but still it needs a certain level of technical expertise to get a website up and running, A, and B, fix any snags that might come in when you're actually doing that website. So maybe you get stuck. You want to have that one feature and that just doesn't happen. And you spend hours trying to fix it, or your team spends hours trying to fix it. Either way, you spend your business resources on spending time on something that can easily be done in 30 minutes by a professional. And if they are on a retainer package, they don't even charge you for extra for that. So think about all of these factors. And the last factors you need to think about is whether you are setting up a website or you're optimizing a website. Because setting up is the easy part, right? You can just, as I said, go to a website builder, get a domain name, a host, put it all together, get a theme, and your website is up and running. But when you are optimizing an existing site and you're not sure what is the best way to either redesign it or refresh it, especially if you want to redesign it without, losing your SEO efforts, then how do you do it in the best way so that you don't F it all up? Right? I have a separate video on that, on how to do redesign without losing SEO. So do check that out after this if you would like. So now we come back to the 4 aspects that we discussed. Stage of business, website goals and functionalities, the resources you have, and whether you want to set up your website or optimize it. So to conclude, you should get a professional if you want to drive growth for your business. If you want it to drive business, if you want it to drive leads, if you want it to drive conversions, if you want it to establish your brand, if you wanted to establish your brand authority, credibility. Secondly, is if you want it optimized for SEO. So you want it to be user-friendly, search engine friendly, have a good navigation, have good website structure, a good content strategy, then you need a professional, because all of that will take you ages to do it yourself. And that is the next one. You should get a professional if you don't want to DIY your website and you don't have the time and you need it up and running fast. Whereas if you just want a simple page website up and running just as an online placeholder, go for DIY. Now the question is, should you hire someone from Fiverr? Now a lot of business owners seem to think that Fiverr is very low quality and that no one in Fiverr can work well, and that you will pay cheap but you will also get like something really not nice and it won't work for you. Sometimes it can be true. I have seen that to be true a lot of times, but it's not always the case. If there is someone who knows exactly what they are doing and has a good process to do it, has a good structure to do it, then sure, why not? Right? But it's important to have those conversations before, to check the portfolio, to have a few discussions, to understand that the goals are clear, and then you could look at it. However, I would recommend that if you are a growing business and you don't have to waste, you don't have to time to waste, and you don't have a big crunch with money and thinking, okay, I want a website and $100. If you have a little bit of the resources and you want your website to support your business, I would say go for a proper professional who has built a business doing this, who has a proper strategy, a proper structure, and a step-by-step process to not just do it for you, but also to help you with it so that you can maintain it on a regular basis, so they can just set up the project and be done, right? And you can take it forward, or your team can take it forward, so every small edit doesn't have to be done by the designer. I spoke to a business owner recently and they said they want to upload some content and they cannot do some basic things because they have their website designer who's not available, who's on vacation, so they're stuck. Don't do that. Even if you have a professional helping you, learn how to manage and maintain your website from at least a content perspective on a regular basis, so that whenever you want, you can upload your content, you can upload your images, you can add any information that you want, and if there is a problem, then your website specialist is there to help. But have some degree of access to your website, even if you get it done by a professional. But yeah, have those conversations before, the strategy conversations, to make sure that you're on the same page and you're creating a business tool. Your website is a business tool and you're not just setting up a fancy portfolio online.